Welcome back to Dom's Corner, everybody. I'm your host, Dom Martino, and sitting here with me today is Mr. Ian Schick. Ian, how you doing today?
Boba the red-faced Mando had a really shiny scope.
Scope. And if you ever saw him, you could even say he blows boom. All right, so we're going to get started today with...
How are you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing wonderful. Just binged some Star Wars Rebels over the week, so it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, that is what we're going to be talking about here today, which is, Star Wars Rebels 2. But guys, hey, before we get started, please hit that like button below, leave some feedback in the comments section, share this with your friends. That is much appreciated. So yeah, guys, Star Wars Rebels Season 2, we have revisited, and we are going to talk about this. Well, Ian just watched this, obviously, for the first time recently. Not that long ago. Not all that long ago, I should say. And so, yeah, I'm excited, because this
I'm gonna have to have a refresher during this conversation. So like you're gonna lead me into some things, and it's gonna stem out because I'm brain dead. I finished that whole Good Place show, so my mind is all on that right now too. So let us jump into some shit, bro, because I am dead.
All right. Well, first off, overall thoughts on this season is that this is... man, it's one of my favorite seasons of television ever. Like, genuinely, it's such a great season of TV.
I can agree.
Yeah, I mean, the way, and just what it does with Star Wars in general, it definitely, I mean, it continues even from season one, continues to expand out the lore a lot more. Like, a lot more. There's a lot more we're going to be able to talk about here that we didn't get to talk about in season one. More characters, more of Ian sucking off that microphone. So that's, the basis of the show, though. I mean, is it's gonna be just, Rebel season 2. But Ian, what you said you agreed it was one of your favorite seasons of television? But...
I do. There's a lot of character development. A lot. I like that we get a little bit more of Sabine. More Sabine, definitely. Because Sabine is top tier, let's be honest. And then at the same time, I also like the fact that Hera gets a little bit more, not enough, but a little bit more of the spotlight there. And then we got Ahsoka. On top of that, at the very end, we get a huge person that is considered a villain that I'm not going to name drop just yet, but that was like the all-star of the season, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we get him in the beginning, too. Can't forget that.
Do we?
Yeah, right at the beginning. Remember, Ezra and Kanan go up against him.
Maybe we're thinking about somebody else.
Are you thinking of Vader? It's a spoiler conversation, so...
Vader? No, I'm not thinking of Vader.
Oh!
I'm thinking of somebody else.
Thrawn.
I'm... Not Thrawn. I mean, Thrawn, yes, but no. There's someone bigger, in my opinion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's that?
He has robotic legs.
Oh, right. Jesus Christ, I'm not thinking. No,
Jesus
Christ. I was going to say no, because
I thought I was the one that didn't remember.
No, Jesus, we don't even get Thrawn in this one. We get him in 3. So never mind.
I thought we got him at the very end of... I thought we got at the very end of this
one. I did too, but like, yeah, when I finished...
No, it's the beginning of 3.
Mm-hmm. Because when I finished it again, because I thought I remembered a Thrawn reveal at the end of the season 2, but then when I finished it again, I was like, oh, wait, it's not there. Okay, I thought it was at the end of the season for some reason, but I guess not. But, yeah, listen, so, from the very beginning, I mean, I wanted to definitely talk about the beginning parts, though, with Vader. Vader and Ezra and Kanan was pretty cool. They do more of that, I feel cold, thing here again.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is like that's like perfect description of being around Vader, in my opinion. Like, if you are force sensitive, I even if you're not force sensitive, I feel like you should definitely be able to be like, when Vader's around, you're just like, hair on end, the chills down your spine, even if you don't know he's there. You're like, man, I feel this ominous presence. I feel like Vader would have more of an ominous presence than Palpatine himself.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. And it's like, the season starts dark. One of the things I'll say, though, if I had a gripe with this season, it's that I mean, there's definitely a lot more filler in this one. And I'm going to eat my own words a little bit because I remember last week I was like, maybe season 1 should have been 20 episodes. But no, after rewatching this one, the 22 were maybe even a little too much. Just because of the filler, it was a little much.
Honestly, 22 became more of a trouble to get through in season 3 for me. 22 in season 2 wasn't as hard to get through.
I have
But
bigger problems with 3. We'll get into those when we talk about that season. So yeah, I understand. 3 is the one that had the more draggy type filler in there. This filler tended to at least give us something we haven't seen in the universe before for the most part. Even if it was filler and it never came up again, it was just at least gave us stuff we hadn't seen in the universe. But yeah, starting again though from Vader, and I like that Ahsoka's in the beginning of the season. I mean, which was
yes,
cool to follow through with her. But yeah, when Ezra and Kanan go up against Vader, it was amazing in the beginning.
I feel like we just got enough Ahsoka.
Mhm.
And I liked that they built on Ezra a lot more in this. Instead of just kind of focusing on everybody, they still continue to build primarily on Ezra
Definitely.
since he is the main point of the show.
Yeah, and him and Kanan, I mean, got
Ahsoka was just in the background enough to where it felt right.
yes. Yeah, and I love the way speaking of building Ezra, him and Kanan's relationship built. Finding out more about Ezra's parents again here, which some sad stuff for sure was going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Is this when we get introduced to Ryder or no?
Ryder,
Wait, maybe it's not Ryder. Maybe it's not Ryder. I can't think of his name for right now. The mayor.
the mayor.
No, we get introduced to the mayor in the beginning of season 1.
Was he?
I think so.
Hmm.
I, you know what? I don't entirely remember.
Oh, you talking about
I'll
Rex?
shut my. No, not Rex.
Oh, because I was gonna say that's the character we get in this season. Is
I
Rex,
can't think of who. Rex.
the clone, Ahsoka's buddy.
That's true, right?
Yeah.
I like the fact that Rex is introduced. Hold on a second. I
Name's
completely
Rex.
forgot about Rex.
Name's Rex. I try to talk like him. I can't. He's got this really specific accent that he has.
The name's Rex.
Yeah, there you go. It's just like all the other clones. I mean, obviously, but yeah, and like Rex is awesome. In
Commander.
Yeah, there you go. Rex is an awesome character that we got introduced here. Just to talk about him a little bit. I mean, knowing that like clones, because at the time the final season of Clone Wars wasn't out yet when this season of Rebels came out, so we didn't know that any clones had survived Order 66 at that time. Or I mean, we knew clones survived. I'm sorry, we didn't know any clones survived, and didn't turn. You know what I mean? During Order
Yeah.
66. So that was something that was a surprise to a lot of people in this season, and something that they built is that they were and that gets explained eventually why Rex is not turned and didn't go with the other clones at the end of the last season of Clone Wars. You get that,
Dude,
but
honestly, like having learned a little bit more about the clones in general from this show alone made that scene in a certain game towards the end of the game that
right,
much more powerful
right, I agree. Yeah, definitely.
because you learn how these clones are, and these clones, like, they do have feelings. They're humans
Hmm.
in their own sense. Even though they're clones, they're still life forms.
Yeah,
So it's just like watching the clones turn on the Jedi is like, damn, they have no choice because of a chip.
yeah,
A fucking chip.
yeah, yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, yeah, I mean, and you still need to go through all of Clone Wars, but I mean, once you really start to
Yes,
go
I do.
through, you start to learn about, and you saw the Yoda episode, right, of Clone Wars, and Yoda talks about that there when he's with the clones, about how each of them have to make it on their own and have their own individual personalities, and that's what makes them awesome. You know what I mean? Even though they look alike, that is what makes them special as individuals, is they're just each their own person, and that's what's going to get them through the Clone Wars. And so yeah, that's carried over here, and yeah, it does add a lot of power to Fallen Order, or Order 66 in general. I mean, that's something that we didn't get to in the film,
Yeah,
in Revenge of the Sith,
most definitely.
and something that would have added to it. But again, when you're making a movie, as opposed to, because I think Revenge of the Sith is still a great movie, and it did what it needed to do in the time that it had.
I agree.
You're limited on time, so you don't really get to a lot of these things, and but Filoni is the man again. I mean, he he's the creator of the show, and Filoni we trust, and he continues to show that
And
here.
Filoni's hat we trust.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to, Jesus, one of my favorite. I think it's actually like a 2 episode run that the story goes on for. Maybe it's only one. I can't remember, but it felt like it was a lot. Like, not in a bad way, but like the Rex and Zeb thing was awesome when they got stranded together. Was such one of my favorite moments in this whole show.
Rex and Zed.
Not Rex and Zeb. I'm
No,
sorry, Callus
you
and
mean
Zeb.
Zeb.
Callus and Zeb.
Yes, that was awesome.
Those
I think that was a huge turning point in Callus's character.
yes, and him having to go back to the Empire and act like everything's normal, even though he's like had a complete change of heart at this point, and he was just helped by a rebel, and that is like awesome to me, and
I agree.
it just created so much and so much tension, and you're like, oh my gosh, like to me it was like, how do you go back to work now, being Callous and just play it off like, and he does, right, like, and there's like this look that he gives after talking to one of the Imperials. It was like this look that he gives that you're like, oh yeah, he had a change of heart, after all that, and it was awesome stuff. I love what they did with Callus and his whole arc and everything. Let's talk about two.
Awesome character.
Let's talk about two. One of the greatest sequences in the film, the season, was Ezra, Kanan, and the Inquisitors. Because this is one of the most amazing
that
moments.
was fun.
One of the most amazing moments ever when Ahsoka, they're getting ready to lose this fight essentially, and then Ahsoka comes out, and you're like, oh my gosh. And I think at this point, I don't think the Ahsoka novel had come out yet. Well, we saw Ahsoka before with her white.
You're talking about
lightsabers.
whenever they're trying to get away, right?
Yeah. Well, they were getting ready to lose, and Ahsoka came out with her lightsabers, and
And she like, sup, bitch.
yeah, and just wreck shop, right? Like she came in. It's amazing. It's one of the best lightsaber scenes in the show. I mean, for sure, because she was awesome. And there's some people think that one of the Inquisitors, for people that haven't seen Clone Wars, or that Ahsoka had befriended somebody named Barriss. I think it's Barriss Emery. And and there's a theory out there that still hasn't been answered that one of the Inquisitors in this episode is her buddy Barriss from Clone Wars, because it looks just like her and sounds just like her, So once
Well,
she takes the helmet
isn't
off.
Barriss and wait, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Is Barriss the skinnier one that we're thinking of?
The Inquisitor, right?
Yeah, no, the skinnier Inquisitor,
Right.
With
Yeah.
the robots.
The skinnier Inquisitor.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Look,
yeah.
I don't know who do you think is. I now that we're talking about this, who do you think is stronger, Cal or Ahsoka? Because let's be honest, Cal took on 2 Inquisitors.
He did, but
and he eliminated one at the very least.
Yeah. Still gonna say
practically
Ahsoka.
eliminated the other.
I'm still gonna say Ahsoka based on other things we've seen.
I agree. I just wanted to see what your reaction.
Yeah, but you're not wrong. I mean, it's not that like Cal is like a bad Jedi.
He's not weak whatsoever.
Yeah,
he's not weak whatsoever.
Yeah, like Cal's definitely got incredible force powers. I mean, he's got some stuff. I mean, I know this isn't a Fallen Order review, but this is why I wanted to talk about the shows. I was excited so we can talk about all this other shit too while we're at it.
Because this show leads into so many things.
Yeah.
So many things we didn't think it would. I mean, like Fallen Order.
Yeah, exactly. And Cal, though, I mean, Cal's powers are, he's got a power that's Kylo Ren level. You know what I'm talking about,
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
there's those things in there that I think like it'd be an interesting contest, if we really wanted to weigh it out. I'm just gonna
One
say
thing
Ahsoka.
that I'm seeing, I agree, but one thing that I'm seeing is that with every Jedi that they make, they're just getting more and more powerful, whether it's from the past or the future.
Yeah,
And it's really funny to me because it's just like at some point they're going to be like, yeah, these characters are too powerful for the point they're at.
yeah, yeah. And then you got I'm not making fun of it. I was gonna say I get why people had problems, but again, it was a misunderstood thing because then later you got Rey, who's powerful but not as powerful as some of the things we see in the past, but yet she took out the Emperor at the very end of it. But different though because she died in the process. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's like I think that's different. She
You know, and a lot of people complain about her being a Skywalker now. I've seen this where they're like, she shouldn't be a Skywalker, but she did the ultimate Skywalker thing.
yeah
She not not just for the ones she loved, for everybody,
yeah
she sacrificed herself.
yeah no definitely. Um,
And I would argue that Ben was just doing it for the one he loved.
right, right.
Not for everybody else. He did it for the one he loved. Whereas she sacrificed for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
That is the ultimate way to earn your way into Skywalker like lore.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, it's she earned it, but I mean, but moving back in though to this season, it's like
Yes.
I feel like, um,
Sorry, really bad interjections.
no, they're good. I love these conversations, so they're all good. But it's not like you interjected and went, oh, so the cow went moo and an old McDonald went fart, and then he just went to the McDonald's down the street and started to eat that Big Mac, and the Big Mac came alive and went, ah!
Are you wanting me to play that song again? I'll play that
No,
song again.
no, I'm just giving an example of a bad interjection.
No,
But,
no, I get you. I get you.
but anyway, so I definitely feel like, yeah, this is like the start for me. Well, no, because Ahsoka and Clone Wars was awesome too. I don't know. It just like every time we see Ahsoka reappear in a new thing, it always just reaffirms like she is one of my favorite characters ever. Like in
I
this,
can
in this
understand that.
universe because because now you got her with the white lightsabers wrecking shop, and the white lightsabers are just a cool thing. And then it was
I feel like. Are you sure they're white and not cyan?
they're white.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
just curious because like whenever you're playing Fallen Order, you notice that the instead of them calling it white, they're calling it cyan.
The only reason I'm not disputing that they're white is because I've read the Ahsoka novel and they even say they're white in there.
Okay,
They
okay.
yeah they call them like I think in the Ahsoka novel because that's when she gets them is in that novel. They call them like a diamond white or something like that. It's yeah, but so for me though, yeah she's awesome in this season and like you said we get her where she's needed. But when they start to go on the journey toward the end of this, is really when things really get incredible because when they go over to that Jedi temple and you know what I'm talking about. They go to the Jedi temple and they have to do that meditation and she sees Anakin, but now she sees him as Vader and he's like what did he say? It wasn't you did this to me. It was like you should have never left me or something like that. Or
I don't remember. He said something like Anakin level selfish,
definitely. Um,
and she was just like, "I finally know who this is now after seeing this."
yeah. And she doesn't want to accept it, but she knows, for sure. And like
Yeah,
I just thought the scene was incredibly powerful. Especially the way they just because it was Anakin that she was seeing, and then the way that he transitioned into Vader, right then and there in her little Jedi vision. I thought was like, oh, that is crazy, and you really feel the hurt of the character, right then and there, and
yeah, you do.
she definitely has a lot of regret about leaving the Jedi Order, back in the day, and because in a way it is her fault, not her fault, but like started another Clone Wars conversation, which you'll see more of. But she left the Order, which is after being accused of murder falsely, which is why that started Anakin's distrust in the Council. Really, that's what started it. And
I did not know that.
yeah, you'll get to that. It's don't worry, there's enough there that I didn't give away for you. But I mean,
Thank God, because I would have smacked you.
no, you'll see a lot more stuff, and plus the scene's more. It's better when you see it in person. Anyway, I could never justify it or I could never describe to you, how good that scene is until you see it. So, or how good that whole thing is. Because it's amazing. But you know, it's there's this connection in Star Wars with characters where I feel like, well, they all deal with loss, right? In a big way, like a lot of our favorite
I,
characters.
I I think that's like pretty much every Jedi.
Right.
They
Like
have to go through loss to
even,
become a Jedi
even
essentially.
Cal Kestis. I mean, he lost his master, in Order 66 and all that, and so there was that. I mean, loss that he had to deal with. You know, Luke, before he joined, he went on the path as,
Parents.
Aunt Owen. Well,
Oh, yeah, well,
he didn't know his
figures.
parents, and then Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. And then, I mean, Obi-Wan lost Anakin. And every Jedi just loses somebody. I feel like at some point. And that's one of the more powerful things about this too is, definitely, and Ahsoka's no exception. I guess she's experienced loss in the worst way. She lost her who was her best friend, and that is,
A
Anakin.
father figure almost.
Anakin, father figure, mentor, older brother. How family though. At the end of the day, I mean, just
Yeah.
definitely somebody
Hands
she
down.
considered family, and you don't even need to see. That's the thing though. You don't even have to need to. You didn't even need to see the Clone Wars to understand what Anakin meant to her. That's how well the moment was executed. When she sees him like that, and so let's move into before we do that, let's move into what the season kind of did for some of our other characters. Oh, and another side character here that they brought in.
Sabine's friend, right?
Well, so you got Sabine's buddy. I can't remember her name. That's right.
Another Mandalorian.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool to see that there's other Mandalorian out there, and because after
Kicking and doing their shit.
after the siege on Mandalore during the Clone Wars, you don't really know, what the status is of them.
Yeah.
And so this series kind of brings that in, and Dave loves his Mandalorians. He's just not going to tell a story without them. So that's just very clear.
Which I'm happy about.
Yeah, oh, me too. I mean, they have such a cool backstory and such rich history that it's amazing to see the Mandalorians. And this really, yeah, that was what I was going to say. To talk about some of the other characters in here. I mean, Sabine is definitely one that with the friend coming in. I mean that they helped build that character. You start to learn a little bit about her backstory, and that starts.
Who's the next one? That bot.
The bot.
The Imperial droid. No, he didn't come in this season.
No, I think it's next season. I know who you're talking about. It's next season.
It's like C4 or some shit.
Yeah, that's next season.
Okay.
Yeah, but so they started to build Sabine, and you learn a little bit more about her history, just a little bit, not much, but a lot more in the next season for sure.
Oh yeah.
But this season,
Next season is huge for her.
yeah, but she's continuously just becomes more humanized and a cooler character in this season, and that's a lot of what makes her. I mean, I think. And Hera, I mean, we don't learn a lot about here. Again, that's the other thing this season, much like season 1. I don't feel like it built on Hera too much, but you do get a sense of her and Kanan's relationship more. You definitely get more of that, which is really awesome.
You definitely see her being a motherly figure.
Yeah, a motherly figure, and starting to really take part in what's going to become the rebellion. So I enjoyed that. I mean, really taking more of a part in that. So that stuff was all really cool. And then side character wise, I mean, we meet Hondo this season. Hondo is
That is true.
funnier than hell, but I love him. I think
Hondo is so fucking annoying.
you think he's annoying.
I love him, but he's so fucking
Oh,
annoying. I liked him. I liked him better in the episode of Clone Wars that I saw.
oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's cool, I guess, to carry over from Clone Wars, so that's why I enjoy them, I guess, more. Space
Fair
pirate though,
enough.
space pirate. It's just awesome to me, and
Yeah.
I really. There's other people out there that don't like Hondo. I just happen to be a fan of this character. I don't know
You
why.
know, when I think of Hondo, I think of Treasure Planet.
Oh yeah, he does. He looks like something out of that, right? He's definitely.
He definitely does. He looks
Yeah.
like a character out of Treasure Planet, and
Un-
I love Treasure Planet.
Underrated
That's a
animated film.
fantastic movie.
Underrated animated film, by the way.
It's so underrated. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that movie was amazing.
Yes, it was. I agree. I definitely agree. I love
This
Treasure
this
Planet.
review is no longer about this review is no longer about Rebel season 2. This is about Treasure Planet because you stupid heads need to go watch it, you poopy sniffers.
You can watch it after season 2 of Rebels. I mean, it's on Disney Plus, so just check it
It
out.
is. Go watch it. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Go watch it at any point in time. And if you've never seen it, you're going to love it. And if you don't love it, you're wrong. Opinions do matter, but at that point your opinion doesn't matter. Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway, I
But
agree,
no,
man. That's
every
an underrated movie. But go ahead.
every time I see Hondo, as much as I am annoyed with his character, I love his character, and his character all the time just makes me think. Just because even him being affiliated with Space Pirates is, Treasure Planet.
Yeah, I'll give you this. He definitely feels like something out of the prequels. You know what I mean? But
You know what?
I think he would have
I
worked
could-
really well in the prequels if he
I
was like
could
in there.
totally see. Yeah, no, I agree. But I feel like Hondo and Ezra's relationship is similar to that of Jim and what's his fuck, the captain or the cook from Treasure Planet.
Yeah,
It's
I know what
like
you're talking
reminiscent.
about.
It's reminiscent. Goofy. Hondo, as much as he doesn't seem like he cares about Ezra, still kind of cares enough.
Yeah. Yeah,
I feel like that's a nice little Easter egg they might have added in.
possibly.
So maybe Filoni is a Treasure Planet fan.
He
Who
probably
knows?
is, knowing him. Definitely.
Probably.
I mean, but I agree with you, man. I mean, he's definitely that, and that's definitely what they. It seems to parallel or be influenced by. But I definitely really enjoy Hondo. I think he's the coolest space pirate. He's always, screwing his people over, but that's a pirate. So
Yeah.
yeah, he just definitely added a lot of light in there for me. Another problem I had, by the way, if we can go back to the Jedi Temple thing, I don't have a problem with that episode, but I have a problem with we kind of set up that they're gonna go over to it's Malachor, right, where the Sith Temple is, and we find Maul in that Malachor.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so
I think so.
they set up that they're gonna go over to Malachor, and
Then it takes them years to get there.
well, they do a whole nother filler episode, and you're like, what the fuck, Dave? Because it didn't make sense. It was placed in there that it a place that didn't make sense. I was like, come on, So it would have benefited this season if they just went straight there, But
I agree. I mean, or even put the filler episode beforehand.
yeah, I don't mind it being there, I guess, but it was misplaced in the order, but.
It really was.
Let's see. So we go to, but no, the Leia. We gotta talk about Leia's in this season.
That is true.
Yeah, so-
that is huge.
Yes. Speaking of side characters, so yeah, definitely awesome to see Leia before A New Hope.
Oh, and this is when they rescue the senator as well.
yes,
Isn't
yes. Yep. Yeah, this is before A New Hope. It's cool to see her.
Yeah.
Before the rebellion. I mean, if you guys want to learn more about Leia before New Hope, I definitely recommend picking up Leia, Princess of Alderaan by Claudia Gray. Great book. But I digress. But no, this episode was so good. I thought they did a really good job translating Leia to animation. It felt like an early Leia, like a younger Leia. I like that she's
The voice actress wasn't bad.
No,
Either.
and I like that she's helping the rebels, so you get that early hint. I mean, at this point, in the book I was talking about, not to plug it again, but in the book I was talking about, she
No, always plug it.
it's a great book. I mean, that's when she's discovering the rebellion for the first time in that book, and so it's cool to see like right after that. Now she knows about the rebellion and all that in the process, and now she's going to help the rebels and go against
Yeah.
her maybe her better judgment, but but ends up working out for her too because she's doing the right thing here.
I agree.
Yeah, and it was cool, man. I really, anytime I see Leia, especially after the passing of Carrie Fisher, even though this wasn't Carrie Fisher's rendition of it, like it still is awesome to honor that character. And
It's heartwarming.
yeah, and
Definitely heartwarming.
and that's one thing in the new canon, man. I mean, there's some people that have problems with the directions that they've taken some of the characters. Obviously, Luke Skywalker being a big one for people, but
Luke Sky- Sorry, just punched the shit out of my mic. But Luke Skywalker, his direction, I feel, is fitting for what he went through.
yeah, I do.
I
too.
mean, like, legitimately fitting.
I do too. I really do.
Who else? Who else was that? The senator. I can't think of her name right now. Usually wears the white outfits, short hair.
Padme.
Not Padme.
Oh, Senator.
Maybe she's not a senator. Maybe she's not in the season. I'm under the impression she's in this season.
I don't know.
They had to save her because she like defected.
Keep trying to think. I was going to finish my point on Leia here, but the
Go on about
yeah,
Leia.
no. The only
sorry.
thing I was going to say, because like people, they have problems with the directions that they've taken some of these characters in the new canon. And one thing I think that they did, and even before Carrie Fisher's passing, is that nobody can deny that they took real good care of Leia. Like a lot of this new canon stuff for Leia has been really good. And they've done a great job building out that character and adding more appreciation to that character. And that was, again, even before Carrie Fisher's passing, they were doing that really well. So,
Yeah.
And this adds to that, I guess, is the point. And they gave her a good episode here. Really fun to watch, man. But talking about Malachor, going toward the end of the season. Actually, you know what? Let's save that just a little bit longer here, just because I want to save that for the very end of the this podcast episode. Let's move. Um, I mean, what else can we touch on? We didn't really talk about. Sorry. So yeah, let me go back. I'm sorry, guys, but let me go back to the beginning because we didn't talk about, to me, like the team building. I think that episode did. One of the things that they did a really good job of in the earlier episodes of the season is like the team building. They you felt it was cooler going into this and then feeling like Ezra was like a part of the team, right? I mean
Yeah.
that was awesome. The other thing that's cool throughout the season is we continue, and I mentioned this in the first season's review, where we just continued to get we continued to get Ezra and Kanan's relationship. I said we built it more, but they definitely like the training is not over, right, between Ezra and Kanan. Like and again
No,
they train each
I
other.
don't think it ended at all.
No, and it's still there and it's still very present. Um, you know, I don't know. I mean, Ian, did you have any like specific episodes from the season that you remember that really stuck out to you that maybe you haven't gotten to yet?
Um, we kind of covered them, honestly. I mean, like the rest was kind of filler. Like I liked seeing Sabine's friend. I liked the build with Agent Callus and Zeb. I liked a lot of things with this. But I mean, like the main thing that stuck out with me was Malachor.
Zeb, that I wanted to talk
that's-
about that because this is where they also we meet more of the Lasat in this season when they had to go free the
Do we?
Lasat people. Yeah, they go and rescue those Lasat in the one episode, and I thought that was
I thought that was episode. I thought that was season 3.
it's in this one. Yeah, they go and rescue some more Lasat, and I thought that was really cool to see more of Zeb's people. Like anytime, like there's a ton of episodes here where they're really going one on one with the Empire in this, you know, and just like every time we see that. Oh, who?
Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma. Is she in
Yeah,
this
they
one?
saved Mon. I believe so.
Yeah, I think you are right.
I'm pretty positive she is in this.
She comes in later, if not.
Yeah, she's in the show.
Was she?
I
can't remember if it's this season or the next season. Man, I just watched this too not that long ago. I'm just trying to think of if I remember seeing Mon Mothma. You're right though. Well,
I was trying.
on the off chance that she's not, let's just say this: Mon Mothma is always a cool character to see, regardless of what season she's popping up in. I'm a real fan of hers. Yeah, I would think we had to have gotten her in this season, right? Because I mean, we definitely get her more when they're building the rebellion more, and they're going on to Yavin and all that. And
I'm checking because I don't remember.
yeah, I would just, if you have Disney Plus on your phone, I would just run through the episodes and see if there's one with Mothma in the description.
I don't on my phone. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. She starts in season 3.
I was gonna say I didn't really remember her, but I was like, you might be right though, because we're kind of heading toward that direction. So, because we get Bail Organa right in this season, and he's that was another thing. But yeah, toward the beginning anyway, we get him. No, he wasn't. Was he in the Leia episode? No.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I fucking love Bail Organa for some reason. I think he's awesome.
Honestly, there's not a lot that happens in this season compared to like season 1 with a lot of things.
It's true, like, because of the filler, but then again, it does drive the story so much further.
The filler does drive story, but I don't think there's a lot of filler that stands out. I mean, I think the one thing is Zeb keeps referencing the Meilu runs.
Yeah,
so I love that.
That's funny.
That's funny. Every time he references those Meilu runs, it's like the blue milk.
Yeah,
it's like the blue milk for me.
He does keep referencing those. No, but I was gonna say, like, because there's a lot of one-on-one with the Empire here, and just every time we get those things, it's like, go ahead.
There's one thing I didn't touch on with the Star Wars Lego holiday special. Whenever Luke is there, he just keeps drinking this carton of water, and every time he drinks that carton of water, it has blue on it, so I'm just like, that's blue milk, it's not water.
Yeah.
Let's have Mark watch this. Clip this out just for Mark.
I will.
Because it just made me think of blue milk.
Blue milk from the teat.
No, this time it's from the carton. I wonder if it's like blueberry, man.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, wait. Wait. What's that? Oh, we have Mr. Connery here. Mr. Connery, what do you think of blue milk?
I can't.
Oh shit! Oh, you ruined the.
I was gonna try and I just couldn't. I couldn't because I'm on the spot.
You ruined the bit. Anyway,
I think blue milk is great.
There you go.
I can't even do it right now.
I'll take it.
I'm laughing a little bit too much.
It's fine. I'll take it. But anyway,
that's what your mother said.
I'm just gonna let you sit in that shit. Like that's.
I'm gonna go poop on myself now.
Oh, brother. All right. I'll get you next time. I'll get you next time. But
next time, you know, let me rehearse his voice a little bit more. And I got you.
All right. Anyway, so
if you asked for Hank Hill, I'd be like, "Blue milk is fantastic. It's almost as good as propane."
See, that's
God dang it, boy.
All right, you've redeemed yourself. All right, so we got moving into yeah. So
I had to practice that moving to Texas.
You're fine. Yeah,
I don't think you got it. Anyway,
I did
go
get
on.
that. I know I got it. I mean, you said it. I'm not gonna comment on that, but I got what you were getting at. Moving into no, real quick. I still haven't finished my point with the umpire thing, but anytime they're
I keep interrupting you. I'm so sorry.
it's okay. Anytime they're 1-on-1 with the Empire, it's just like those moments are like it just feels so freaking Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like there's just something about it that it definitely gives me vibes of the original trilogy, and I love it. I mean, you definitely know what era we're in when we're watching the show for that reason. But
and again, all the propaganda.
Adam. Every time we say the word propaganda on the show, I want it followed up with Adam. Like just propaganda.
Adam.
Make it one word. Propaganda Adam. Propaganda.
Propaganda Adam.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, propaganda Adam.
Propaganda Adam. Propaganda. I'm your propaganda Adam. I don't know. There you go. Mr. Connery's here. Great. All right, so. Listen, so let's talk about Malachor.
Yes, please, God, yes.
Yeah, so Sabine finds the Darksaber, right? Here?
Yes, she does.
Right.
No.
Am I off?
That's next season.
Holy fuck, what am I thinking? For some reason, I was always under the impression that she found it on Malachor, right? No?
No. They go to Dothamir. She finds it Dothamir.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Maul, that's why I was thinking. Never mind. Ignore the Darksaber thing. That you don't know anything about that yet.
Who's the Darksaber?
Exactly. Who's the Darksaber?
You know, this is the perfect time for Mando fans to get in because the Darksaber is going to be prominent in Mandalorian. Yes. And it's huge. It's huge in Rebels. I bet my friend Andy's watching. He's like, what the fuck is that thing? He's like, when the fuck did they make this?
Yeah, probably.
It's the Back to the Future meme. Oh, dude, this one's a classic. What do you mean? This is brand new.
I do love that meme.
That's what your mother said.
All right, so I think it's Malachor. I feel like I'm getting the planet name wrong. It doesn't sound right when I say it out loud. But let's say we're on this planet where they find
I'm pretty positive it's Malachor.
Yeah, me too. They find this Sith temple, which is cool, by the way. We haven't seen Sith temple. And also,
it is overrun by Inquisitors.
Yes, which was also sick. Then when they go up after the Inquisitors,
all the dead Jedi Knights too, like all the dead Jedi Knights and Sith, man. Yeah. That was cool too.
Yeah,
that was a nice little touch that we have not seen in the cinematography yet.
Yeah, these I would say final 4, but that one filler episode's in there. Take that out, and the 3, you know what I mean, in the final 4 are what boosts the season way up for me.
Oh yeah,
way up. It's like it's
the moment they get to Malachor, it's there right there. Yeah. That's peak.
Yeah, I mean, here's
peak performance. it's what peak performance looks like. And right, Trebek.
I mean, this is where we get. This is where we get. This is where we get the we get introduced to holocrons and all that. All that shit. Oh, he's doing that face. Oh boy. Okay, so this is where we get introduced to holocrons, all that shit. I mean, you know, the big thing. I mean, obviously we kind of mentioned it already. Maul is on this planet, and if you're a fan, I mean, you see the guy in the hood, you know it's Maul. Ezra might not know, but the audience knows it's Maul.
I actually did not know.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is this? And then they show his face a bit. I'm like, oh!
Yeah, it was awesome. And then when, I mean, I mean, Sam Witwer does an incredible job voicing Maul. I mean, he does an incredible job. If you ever see that, like, the behind the scenes videos of him recording the voiceover for this, he gets so locked into this character. It's crazy. Like,
That's part of the reason why I want to be a voice actor is just people like him who just get into it.
yeah. Witwer destroys his Maul. Like, he definitely does. And
I mean, that's why they're going to use his voice for like everything Maul from now on.
yeah, so we see him all fucked up on this planet, though, and we're like, who puts him here? You know? Like, we don't know that yet, and that's still a mystery in the canon. I mean, who got him to this planet? And I'm telling you, man, it had to be fucking Kira from Solo. I mean, somehow.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think he got himself there, and he was waiting for somebody. I feel like he knew if he went there, eventually someone would come along.
Maybe.
I really do. I feel like he just knew, because a lot of Jedi, they have that sensitivity to know like what's going to happen in the future sometimes.
Yeah. Did you see her head just disappear?
Yes. I'm trying to make it do it again.
I can't take it seriously with that background. That was funnier than hell.
Ah!
This was
Suck
Ian
it, Trebek.
Schick signing off. Boom.
Sean Connery's here.
That is a clip out. Your head just...
It doesn't want to stay. It's doing it again. Shuck it, Trebek.
Well, Ian, I'm sorry your head couldn't join us today.
Suck it, Ian.
He's just a body. He's just a body.
Damn it.
Oh, my God.
I wonder if he'll do it again. This is okay. Look, I apologize for all the goofs this episode. I am low energy as all hell today.
That's hysterical.
So anybody watching, I know Dom's probably a little annoyed with me today, which is okay.
No,
I'm
in hysterics right now. I mean, yeah, soon I'll have you kill it, but
okay, I'll cover him up because I don't feel like pressing buttons.
Your head's just gonna fly right in again, isn't it?
Stop it! It just looks like he's behind me, like ramming me from the behind now.
Oh my God! I was just
Anyway.
I was just about to ask you to stop, and then you come up.
That's what I did to your mother last night.
Oh my God!
That's a. This whole thing right here is just a straight clip out. All right, I'm turning it off now. I didn't want to.
Oh my God! You're fine. We're never gonna get done.
It's not letting me turn it off. Okay. There we go. I'm a little sweaty after that experience.
Me too, from laughing.
Yeah, laughing. That's what I'm sweaty from. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. I apologize, audience.
Clip out. Oh my God.
I apologize, audience. Let's get back into
Wonderful.
it. We see Maul, and Maul's there, hooded, and it's fantastic. And Alex Trebek's nemesis, Sean Connery, comes in. Shuck it, Maul.
I'm sorry. You don't understand the images in my head of your head just.
It's just imploding.
It was the timing. Because you had just like finished your point, and there goes your head.
It's almost like Maul came in and chopped my head off for Sean Connery to laugh about.
That must have been it. That must have been it. This is my head signing off. That's what it was like.
All right.
Okay.
That's the type of day it's been.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
That was a nice laugh for Dom.
Oh.
My back hurts a little bit. Anyway,
Just what though, dude?
I'm making so many innuendos, and you're not even laughing about those. You're laughing about my head disappearing.
Yes. I can't hear your innuendos over my laughter though, so I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Oh, I can't breathe. Man, I can't.
You're gonna watch this to clip out, and you're not gonna be able to get the timing right because you're gonna be laughing so hard.
Your head though, just
Yeah, it just went clean off.
right. It was the
I like
timing though. Your point just you made your point.
Ended.
There goes the head. Oh my god.
I don't even think I finished my point. I think my head like went away, and I was just like, "Huh?"
Oh man.
It's like, how did this happen? Anyway,
Right.
so we
gotta
see
get back on
Maul,
track.
and Maul's there, and I mean Maul's awesome, and
Yeah.
he's doing his little clever bullshit he does. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. When I played from this show, when I played what's it called? God, I can't even think. Fallen Order, and we met the Hooded Man. I'm not gonna lie, I was completely convinced because how he sounded and how he reacted. I thought he was Maul.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought he just had some kind of like something covering his face to like make it look like he wasn't him.
Yeah. No. Listen, man. I agree with you. I didn't hear a word you said. I'm good. I agree with you.
I really thought
I'm trying.
I really thought that was Maul because of how he was in that episode. That episode, he was just like so you could tell like he was sinister, but everything he said sounded so sincere.
Yeah. No, agreed. Like that's the way Whitwer played him, man. Is he wanted to definitely play both sides of the character, not both sides of him, but well, yeah, like he's playing a character who wants to play both sides, right? And Maul's just gonna do what he needs to do to get what he wants. Like make no mistake.
Yeah,
about
Maul's
it.
gray
Like,
area.
Maul's
gray area. That's why he's not Darth Maul anymore.
Right. I mean, I think it was in this episode, right, or one of the two with the two-parter where he said, they said Darth Maul, and he's like, no, not Darth anymore. Right? It was in this one, I think.
It's this one. It's this one.
Yeah.
And then I think.
Yeah.
Because I get the holocron at the end of this one, and then he comes out. He's like, "I want you to meet my friend Maul."
That's right.
And then Inquisitors show up.
Yeah. He just he brings out his old friend Maul. Definitely. I mean, it's
equivalent of him bringing Hondo to the group.
Right. He just this is like the biggest.
I found a puppy. Can we keep it?
Right. Exactly. And this is the biggest mess up like Ezra makes, and like, Kanan's reaction to this is like, it was awkward. You know what I mean? Created like this awkward moment.
Stupid bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, but Maul seduced him, right? I mean, that's what he did. He used him to, and like
dark side shit.
And again, the performance from Whitwer is so good that you're like, well, yeah. Like,
I don't know. He feels pretty sincere.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I was watching it. So I was very, very, I like where it ends, man. It keeps you eager, I guess, to like really see what comes next in the final episode. And so let's talk about that final episode, man, which is
the fights. And then I mean, like, okay, so can I get in on this because I remember this?
Yes.
The Inquisitors trying to attack them, and Maul being like, "You got to kill him. You can't do anything about it. You just got to kill him, bro. Yeah, kill him or else you're stupid." So he kind of seduces them into killing them, and then him. One thing that was really cool is watching one of the Inquisitors use their double blade as a fucking helicopter almost.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty positive Maul's just like, no, and breaks it in one of his mid flights, and they fall to their death essentially.
Right.
I don't remember if that's exactly what happened, but I remember them just essentially falling to their death while trying to use like the helicopter blade. And he's like, nope, bye.
Yeah.
And then Sean Connery's behind. Shuck it, Inquisitor.
I literally thought you said Alex Trebek. Well, you did say Alex Trebek on accident.
I did. I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
It's because he always says Alex Trebek. Suck it, Trebek.
Yeah. But he. So listen. So the everything that happens in this episode is like it's fire. I mean, it really is. I mean, then we get Vader showing up here, dude.
Oh, hold on. Not yet. Vader's not there yet.
No.
Maul starts to turn on them, and they're
That's right.
like, "Yo, go, go finish your mission." So as he's like, as Ezra's like running up to put the fucking holocron in, the whatnot.
It's true.
Maul's like, "Shuck it, Kanan." And
oh yeah, right there. No. You were just about to do it. Yeah.
He's like, "Shuck it, Kanan," and chops his eyes out.
Yeah,
pretty much.
no,
It blinds him. He blinds him. Thank God Ahsoka's there, and then thank God that training that that Kanan put himself through. He was just like, time to go back to the old ways. Here's a mask to blind myself for sure, to like make me feel like my senses are deprivated.
Right, which we talked about in the original episode 9 script. They were going to do something like that with Rey, essentially, when Kylo was going to blind her. So I thought that was really cool. But no, anyway, going back to this though, yeah. So Kanan gets blind, which is a huge fucking deal, right? I mean,
shuck it, Jedi.
Massive deal. They so yeah, this is where the whole holocron thing comes into play. He's getting ready to finish the mission, and then we got the Vader, we got Ahsoka, we got everything going down right here, right? Kanan basically saves Ezra's ass, here. Well, no, Ahsoka does, right? Who comes in? Jeez, I'm not thinking. Yeah, Ahsoka saves Ezra's ass here.
She's like helping Kanan limp up the stairs and shit.
That's right. Yeah. So Ahsoka comes and saves.
And then everybody comes up and he's just like, "What's up, fucking quads?"
Yeah. I guess the reason this moment,
fucking wads?
I guess the reason the details on this moment is fuzzy is because of what happens later, which you know what I'm talking about. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Right, but
I like Ezra's emotion as Ahsoka is fighting. I like Ahsoka's reactions to Vader, and when she breaks his helmet, because breaking the helmet happens before the later part that we're going to talk about.
Yes.
And you see that yellow eye, that yellow, angry Anakin eye.
Yes.
And you could tell it's Anakin's character. They actually put Anakin's like character underneath. You can tell because of the facial structure.
Well, they had Matt Lana was back to do the one voice clip of Ahsoka. When he says Ahsoka, and she hears it as Anakin, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's talking as Vader, but she's hearing this as Anakin because she knows now she's accepted. What it all is, and I thought that was amazing. But the fight between the two is epic. It's epic.
Ezra wanting to go back, and Kanan's like, "You stupid bitch, come back here."
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Kanan don't know what he's doing. He's blind, but no, he does. The whole thing, man. It was really top notch Star Wars, and just added more to the characters. And then when everything starts,
I like it.
Go ahead.
No, go on. You're okay. Keep continuing.
Well, I was just gonna say when everything starts to crumble, and this is where it really heats up. Is we see Vader make it out, right? But we don't know what happened to Ahsoka, really.
No. We see Ahsoka limping towards an exit.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
We can't because of what happens to her later.
No, hold on a second. Hold on. I got to make sure. You continue talking.
Ian, listen to me.
I'm telling you.
We literally can't see her do that. It would be impossible. It wouldn't make sense for what happens in season 4. You know what I'm talking about now? Or are you confused? Roll Between Worlds? Do you remember now?
I hold on.
She can't limp toward a thing. It would have ruined the twist in season 4.
It would have, but we see Vader and we see her as well.
Don't.
I promise you.
No, we don't.
Hold on a second.
We never find out what happened to Ahsoka. We just assume she went with the building and lost. That's what they made it look like here. Otherwise, that would ruin the twist in season 4. I mean, I can't keep talking about it.
Oh my god. Hold on.
If I keep
gotta
talking
make
about it, I gotta tell you what happens.
No, I gotta make sure for myself here.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, we never see Ahsoka at the end of this after the
Okay,
fight,
we got Vader.
right? And as Vader limps out,
Oh, wait, hold on.
it just
Wow. What's this? That's Ahsoka.
no, it's Vader. Look at it again.
No, that was. Hold on.
That was Vader. Look at it again.
This door. That's literally Ahsoka. You literally. I remember this.
Well, you can't play that here. We're gonna get this taken down, so you gotta show me after.
I'm gonna show you after.
Copyright. Okay. I will pull it up on my TV after. But, dude, okay, how does that make any sense though? Because she escaped because Ezra pulls her out.
No, we see right after we see Vader walk off screen, it goes to this really big door, that goes into darkness, and you just see a figure walk into it, and you can see from the coloration that it's Ahsoka.
I'll look at it again, but that doesn't make sense to me.
Definitely
because Ezra
do.
pulls her out.
And then another thing that proves that Ahsoka is still alive at that point too, because I mean, again, like this is something that I affiliated with Ahsoka's character the moment that I started seeing this owl. That owl, I started affiliating it with Ahsoka.
That might happen because that's
much.
a hint. Because that's definitely a hint. If that's
Yeah.
I agree with you. No, the owl that follows her around.
Before,
Yeah.
I started to associate with her pretty much the moment I started seeing the owl after she'd be around.
Yeah. By the way, did you see the owl in the Mandalorian episode? Just a side note.
I probably did. I don't.
It's in there. Yeah, it's in the trees. Dave puts it in there real quick. It's kind of cool, but it's in the trees at the top left. Yeah.
I'm guessing the episode with her.
Right, in that last one. Yeah.
I probably haven't seen it.
Not last episode.
I probably
last
haven't
week's.
seen it.
But yeah, just a fun fact.
But hands down, she is right there walking through a door.
I'm gonna look at it again. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just gonna look at it again.
I took her walking through that door as she's still lost and that her body was about to fade. I didn't take it as she survived.
Okay.
Whenever I watched this scene, I didn't take it as she survived. I took it as that she's stuck here and she's stuck here for good, and she's going to die.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that if she survives this, it doesn't help the twist at the end of the 4. You know what I'm talking about.
Nonetheless, it was still confusing to see Vader walk away and Ahsoka still alive. But I just took it as like she somehow escaped, but she was mortally wounded.
Yeah.
When you see her walk through that door,
I want to see it again because I'm gonna analyze it when I'll stay on with me after so I can pull it up. But
please, God, dude, I promise you.
Yeah, no, I want to see it. Yeah, because I'm going to analyze what's going on here once I see it again. But so stay on with me afterward, and we'll talk about.
I'm pulling it up right now just to see it on my TV screen.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah,
watch it on your TV screen when you do it, because that's how I realized it was her. Because looking at my phone screen, you could only see the colors.
Okay. Yeah. So wrapping up this season though. Let's talk about. I mean, I only saw Vader walking out. Ian says Ahsoka did. Cool. The cool thing.
I saw both.
Okay.
And the owl.
Yeah. Okay. So the cool thing that definitely happens here is that they do play Ahsoka's theme at the end, and I think that's the coolest rendition of it because Kevin Kiner does a brilliant job with the score in the show. Like, holy shit, he does an incredible job. I mean, the theme he made for Ahsoka is amazing, and I like the one he did for Sabine even better. But we'll get to that in the next season. But yeah, guys, so this is, that's pretty much how it ends. I think we got Kanan with the blindfold at the end, just to show that this is going to be a thing, him being blind, right? And I thought that was a really some cool imagery, and just gives you a real somber feeling at the end of the season, right? So yeah, definitely. But yeah, listen, guys, that is the end of this episode. Thank you for joining. I know we kind of fucked around through a lot of it and just had a lot of fun, but that's what this show is. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's up to you, and don't tune in. But
suck a dick, suck my dick.
Listen, guys, we had a lot of fun talking about this season. Season 2 Rebels. Sorry this is out late again. I know that we did this twice this week.
We're going to get back on track.
We will next week, I promise. Definitely. Next week should be normal sleep times for me, if that makes sense. So we'll get back on track next week for sure. Ian, before we go here, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Jutacular Ian on Instagram and YouTube, but I might change it to Sean Connery.
And definitely check out Sean Connery with everything he's doing. I mean, wonderful stuff. But thank you for joining, man.
Oh my god, bro!
What?
What is wrong with you?
Oh, yeah.
Check out Sean Connery with everything wonderful he's doing. The man's dead.
I know. Anyway, guys, I'll be leaving my social media in the description below. Please hit the like button below. Subscribe to the channel. Leave some feedback in the comment section. Share this with your friends. Much appreciated. Also, check out the breakdowns I've been doing for Mandalorian over on Dom Solo. I've been doing those with Josh Richards every week, so check those out for sure. Much appreciated. And yeah, guys, I will conclude the end of this episode. And there it goes again. Better get off here before I crack. But thank you guys for joining. I've been Don Martino. This has been Ian Schick, and we will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.